Okay. All right. Okay, so it's Halloween week, right? We've had a spooky theme all week long, so we're going to continue that theme, and I'm going to read you a story. The title of this book is The Little Old Lady Who Was Not Afraid of Anything, written by Linda Williams and illustrated by Megan Lloyd. Do you think she's really not afraid of anything?
No.
I think everyone's afraid of something. We're going to find out. Once upon a time, there was a little old lady who was not afraid of anything. One windy afternoon, the little old lady left her cottage and went for a walk in the forest to collect herbs, spices, nuts, and seeds. She walked so long and so far that it started to get dark. There was only a sliver of moon shining through the night. The little old lady started to walk home. So she's walking home and it's starting to get dark out there. Suddenly she stopped. Right in the middle of the path there were two big shoes. And the shoes went clomp, clomp. Would that be scary?
No. Yes.
I think it was pretty scary. Get out of my way, you two big shoes. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady. On she walked down the path. But behind her she could hear two shoes go clomp, clomp. So she wasn't afraid. She kept walking. A little farther on, the little old lady stumbled into a pair of pants. And the pants went, wiggle, wiggle. Get out of my way, you pair of pants. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady. And she walked on. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go pump, pump, and one pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. Farther still, the little old lady bumped into a shirt. And the shirt went, shake, shake. Get out of my way, you silly shirt. I'm not afraid of you, said the little old lady. And on she went, a little bit faster, but behind her, she could still hear two pairs of shoes go plump, plump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. And one shirt go shake, shake. A little ways on, the little old lady came upon two white gloves and a tall black hat. Get out of my way, you two white gloves and you tall black hat. I'm not afraid of you, she said. And on she walked just a little bit faster. But behind her, she could hear two big shoes go bump, bump. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt goes shake, shake. Two gloves go clap, clap. And one hat go nod, nod. By now, the little old lady was walking at quite a fast pace. She was very near her cottage when she was startled by a very huge, very orange, very scary pumpkin head. And the head went, boo, boo! Is that a scary pumpkin head? It's pretty scary to me. This time, the little old lady did not stop to talk. She did not stop at all. In fact, she ran. But behind her, she could hear two shoes go clomp, clomp. One pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. One shirt goes shake, shake. Two white gloves go clap, clap. And one hat go nod, nod. And one scary pumpkin head go boo, boo. Look, she got scared that time. She did not walk anymore. She took off running so fast.
In her house?
The little old lady did not look back. She ran as fast as she could and didn't stop to catch her breath until she was safe inside her cottage with the door locked. She sat in her chair by the fire and she rocked and she rocked. It was so quiet in her cottage before the Knock, knock at the door. Should she answer it?
Nope.
I don't think so. Well, she was not afraid of anything. So she went to the door and she opened it.
Wiggle, wiggle.
What do you think she saw when she opened the door?
The pumpkin head, the shirt, the pants, and the shoes, and the gloves, and the hat.
You think she's seen everything that was following her in the forest?
Yeah.
Let's see. She saw 2 shoes go plump,
Plump.
1 pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle, 1 shirt go shake,
Shake.
2 gloves go,
Clap. Clap.
and 1 hat go,
Nod. Nod.
and 1 very scary pumpkin head go,
Boo. Boo.
I'm not afraid of you, she said. What do you want anyway? We've come to scare you. You can't scare me, said the little old lady. Then what's to become of us? The pumpkin head said. So she's not scared, and they're disappointed because they're aiming to scare her. So they're asking the little old lady, what are they to become if they can't scare anyone? I have an idea, said the little old lady. She whispered into the pumpkin's ear. The pumpkin head nodded, and its face seemed to brighten up. The little old lady said good night, closed the door, and whistled on her way to bed. What do y'all think she told them?
To be a scarecrow.
You think?
No. Yes. Yes. No.
They're gonna
To
think
be a
she's scared.
scarecrow.
The next morning, she woke up early. She went to her window and looked out into her garden. What do you think she saw?
2
2 shoes go plump, plump. 1 pair of pants go wiggle, wiggle. 1 shirt go shake,
Shake.
2 gloves go
Clap. Clap.
1 hat go
Nod. Nod.
and 1 very scary pumpkin head go
Boo. Boo.
and scare all the crows away.
I knew it.
You knew it?
Yeah.
So,
We read it in the library.
okay. So, all of these different items were not scaring the old lady separately, right? So they were kind of getting disappointed because they wanted to scare things. So she told them, if you work together and you create a scarecrow, you can scare all the crows away. So that's what they did. So here's the 2 shoes and the pair of pants, the shirt, the white gloves, the orange pumpkin hat, or the pumpkin head, and the black hat. So they made a scarecrow. So now,
Didn't you write a scarecrow?
that's a scarecrow. So now they'll all live together in the garden to scare her crows away. Isn't that awesome?
That's funny. That's sweet.
Have y'all ever felt like something was following you before?
No. Yes.
Me too. I felt like something might be following me in my house, and I turn around, and it's just my dog. Not a ghost. So that's kind of how this little old lady felt when she was walking through the woods.
I already saw something in my home. It's a pumpkin.
Oh, you seen a
Yeah,
pumpkin in your
it's
home?
scary. Then I
Okay.
ran away.
Oh. Well, now
My
we're going to
baby
do...
pumpkin scared me and I hid it in my bed.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do next, okay? So there were
I'll look for you.
6 items in this story that followed her through the woods, right? We did clomp, clomp, wiggle, wiggle, shake, shake, clap, clap, nod, nod, boo, boo. Okay, so we're going to do an activity with those items, and we're going to do a sequencing activity together, and you're going to be asked to place those items in the order that they happen in the story. So before we start that activity, we're going to go through one more time and practice doing all of our movements, so we'll be sure to remember the order that they occurred in the story, okay? So we're going to place all of these things that were following her in the woods in the order that they were following her, okay? So let's stand up together and do these together. Winner, you want to stand up? Come on, stand up. It'll be fun. Okay. 2 shoes followed her first, right? So the 2 shoes went plump, plump. A pair of pants went wiggle, wiggle. 1 shirt went shake, shake. 2 gloves went One hat went nod. And one scary pumpkin head said, do you think you can remember how those things happen? Okay, awesome. Go take your seat, and we're going to pass out some paper that you're going to use to cut and glue these together. We're going to talk through it together. Tyler.
Miss Andy Tyler.
You can go ahead and take out your box. You'll have your scissors and your glue stick.
Wait, are we gonna color?
Okay, we're going to cut together. Everyone needs to write their name on the bottom of the paper with the numbered boxes, okay? Right here, you see? Make sure we're putting our name on it. We'll color at the very end. I'll tell you what to do first, okay? Start with writing your name on the bottom. Okay, when you've got your name written, put your pencil down and eyes up so I'll know you're finished. Eyes up when you have your name. Okay, so everyone's got their name at the bottom. What does this number 1 mean when we're talking about order of events? Does that mean this happened first?
The first thing that happened.
Okay, what about number 2?
The second thing that happened.
3,
Third thing that happened.
4,
Fourth thing that happened.
5,
Fifth thing that happened.
6.
Sixth thing that happened.
So 6 is our last number on our paper, right?
Yes.
So that means what happened last at the end of the story. Okay, what was following her last? So raise your hand if you can tell me what was the first thing that followed the little old lady through the woods? Okay.
Shoes.
And what did they say? Comp. Comp. Okay. So find your shoes on your piece of paper. Go ahead and cut out your shoes and glue it to what number? Number 1. That was the first thing that followed the little old lady. Find your shoes.
Our shoes are on our feet.